up?
What's going on?
Thursday. Welcome
Happy
back.
Thursday.
Welcome
back, y'all.
Come on in and join us.
I'm excited about tonight. Robin, how you doing?
I'm great. I am amazing. How are you doing, Kerry?
I am good. I'm great. I'm late.
Kerry being shady already, and we just started. We ain't even a hot minute in, and Kerry being shady.
No, I feel so behind. Like I said it when I got on. I feel so late.
Wait, Kerry, did you have a time change?
I did. Yeah, like we all had but because we're on the same time. We're on the so I'm on the same time as y'all. But it's the it just feel like this hour shift has like really put me behind. Like
I would agree. I would definitely agree.
And I know if it put me behind, it definitely put you behind.
You know it did. Don't play with me, Kerry. Kerry being shady, okay? Kerry being shady. Kerry, what you drinking tonight?
I'm trying to. Hey, CC, what's going on? How you doing?
Thank you for joining us.
Do us a favor though, when you're coming in, share the video because we do have a special guest tonight, Jaimee Fields-Colvin. Y'all a force to be reckoned with. So definitely share this video. Share this video. Share this video. We talking with her. But Robin. Your week.
My week has been great. I have no huge nothing huge has happened this week. I don't think nothing huge has happened this week. My week has been great. I can't complain. Work has been work. It's been good. Absolutely no complaints. I feel like something did happen this week, but I can't remember it. So it's okay. That means it doesn't matter. I just came from happy hour with my coworkers. Probably why I'm so behind today. I probably should have taken a rain check on that, but I was like, no, count me in. And then I was like, oh my God, I gotta get home. I got 15 minutes. So yeah, it's been a good week so far. How's your week? Do you miss me?
Yeah, no. Of course I miss you. No, I had my week has been again, I've been off. So it's like literally like this. I was in New Orleans this past weekend, which kind of threw me off. And then like this whole time shift thing is like just I feel like so behind. Like I'm behind the mark and I'm not like I'm almost there, but I can't get to the finish line because I'm so behind. But that's how I feel.
Yeah.
And it's just like I feel blah. So I need to just pick me up. So I'm excited though because tomorrow I have a date. So I'm excited.
It's every week with this guy, Kerry. It's every week at this point. Like I haven't had a date in weeks, Kerry. Oh my God. Literally next time we don't have a guest because we have a special one tonight, y'all.
We have a special one.
We got a special one tonight, but the next time we don't have a guest, we have got to do an episode on catching up with Kerry's dates. Because I mean, we had Boo Man on, he had a date. We had Danielle on. Did you have a date then? I don't think so. And now we got a whole new guest, and you have a date tomorrow. So we definitely need the details. Because first off, I need to know how you bagging them. Because I need some lessons. And
I told you.
Look at it. We need to know how they're going. We need to know how they're going because I mean, you got them back to back to back. Ain't nobody getting a second date.
But no, actually, the last couple of days have been with the same person. So yeah. Obviously, I'm progressing.
Okay.
Yes, I'm progressing.
Yeah, I like it. So, like I mentioned before, we had Boo Man 2 weeks ago. Our local comedian here in Cincinnati. Last week, we had the pleasure of catching up and chopping it up with Danielle Thompson, owner of the boutique. And then now tonight, Kerry, who do we have? I'm sorry.
We have Jaimee Fields-Colvin, y'all. Like, I'm not like her. She's the owner, CEO, entrepreneur woman of Urgent Care Plus in Cincinnati, Ohio. Like, this lady is a powerhouse. Like, since I was a young kid trying to be grown, watching like all the grown legit people do their thing. Like Jaimee's been the baddest like woman of God in the house of God. Like she never steps out unflawless, if that's a thing. She's always like when I told her backstage that I'm about to be like, Like I'm the biggest fan, but I hope she don't put a charge against me for stalking.
You're so
But,
good
like,
at this. You're so good at introductions. I love it.
no, I'm just saying, like, this
You
lady
give
is like
people, you give people
powerful.
what they want to know about the person that we have coming up. It's so exciting.
Yeah. And her ministry is great too, but we're gonna hit a little bit on that tonight. So can we bring Jaimee in? Can Jaimee join us? Can she come on here?
I think mute. She's on mute. We can't hear you, Jaimee.
I think is it Mike?
Hey,
There we go. There we go.
can I just tell both of y'all how I think I'm gonna be fans of y'all's. I'm a whole stalker at the intro to the show. I was looking at the pictures like that one look. You know, you hear me?
No.
So hey. I be pointers on dating. Gary, you
No.
Let's tell you.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, one thing I do have down pat is this whole right swipe, left swipe thing, but it don't work for my benefit all the
what
time.
is that?
It's a Tinder thing. It's a Tinder thing.
Oh,
Yeah. So
well,
like,
I've never tried that ever.
so like, but see, the thing is, you too bad.
You
Like,
don't need it.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, you step in a place like, I mean, like, I ain't got it like that. Like,
Right.
you and Robin can go in places and get people. I gotta like try too hard. So
As he's the one that has to date every week. Right? Okay. Okay.
I've been
He's so bad, but he got a whole calendar. I mean, I want to like this. He got a whole itinerary for his.
Let me tell you, every time we get on here and I say, "How's your week?" Carrie's like, "Well," and then I have a date coming up. Like, I haven't had a date in months. Like yeah.
But the thing is, like, I wish I could be like. It sounds excited, but I wish I. And I shouldn't be saying this because I hope they're not watching. But it's just like, okay, it's another day. But anyway, so I get it. Like, everybody don't get the opportunity, but it's like, okay, whatever. Like, but I guess because I'm at that point now, so it is what it is. But we're not talking about me tonight. We're definitely talking about Jaimee. Like, this is all about Jaimee. Like, do nobody care that this is all about Jaimee? And somebody just got on and being real disrespectful. They got on and said, "Hey, ladies." He always does this, but it's okay. We're gonna move forward. So anyway, Jaimee, tell us who you are. Like,
So my name is Jaimee Fields-Colvin. When I say Fields-Colvin, Fields has always been my maiden name. I am divorced. However, I kept the last name Colvin because my daughter was born in another state. When I separated, I moved back home. And I separated so early that her Social Security card, her birth certificate hadn't come in the mail. And I didn't want nobody thinking I stole my baby. So I went on ahead and kept my last name. So there's the story to that.
Got it.
However,
I'm glad you hit that. I'm glad you said that.
What? So by trade, I am a family nurse practitioner. I am a family nurse practitioner and the first African-American and female-owned urgent care owner in Cincinnati, Ohio. So I'm learning to shout out to Pastor Maya Miller, learning to not walk in false humility. She gets me about that all the time. She's like, "Why don't you say?" And I'm like, I'm that person. Like, I'm cool. However, that is who I am. I am so what I say, I'm a descendant of servants. And when I say that, my grandmother, Anna Fields, was one of the very first African-American nurses that they allowed into the military. Wow. And so she's history. She's deceased now. She passed in 2016, but she was 100 and almost 103 when she passed.
Wow.
My mother is a nurse.
Oh wow.
She's retired from Florida, but she teaches. She teaches in nursing schools. She teaches at 2 different nursing schools. And when I was little, people would always say, "You want to be a nurse?" And I'd be like, "No." I would always be the one that's like, "I don't want to do that." Like, come on, I'm a young girl. And I'd be like, "No." But it pulled me. Like, it is the greatest feeling ever. I will say that I get gratification out of helping people. I get gratification out of making people feel like whether you are uninsured, underinsured, or have insurance, that you still deserve and can receive top-notch care. And so that is my biggest thing. But I am a mother, I'm a sister, I'm an aunt, I am a servant, I'm a friend, I'm a cousin, I am all of that.
You are great. But I'm glad, like, So, because I hit you up earlier, like, what's off the table? Because I got.
Oh, no, I'm transparent as they come. It's cool.
Well, see, what happened was the hyphen got me because I only remember Jaimee Fields. I didn't know the Jaimee Fields-Colvin, which I, of course, I follow you on Facebook, so I saw the Colvin. I just didn't know where it came from, and I didn't. So I was like, oh, maybe she's married, so I don't want to like cross lines.
And what's sad is I did a group chat with B-Trav, and he says that throws everybody off. So here's my backstory. When I remember what my Facebook password is, because everybody who has an Apple anything knows that they automatically populate it.
Yeah.
So when they ask me for it again, I can't remember it. Change my that is the truth right there. You remember my password that second go around when they asked for it for you to edit your profile. And so the hyphenation is there. And so I will change it to just Colvin as soon as I can remember that. And I promise I will, because I think it throws everybody off. It's probably chasing off my next husband. So I don't know. It probably is. People, when they look on there, they're like, oh, okay. Because I've had people inbox me and say, well, tell your husband I think you're awesome. But I'm like, I don't have one. And they're like,
that's definitely the way to.
The truth is, when I remember that password, and I have to, when you push that reset the password, they got to send it to the email. I don't have time for that.
It's a whole process.
Automatically populate your stuff, and I have one of them newer MacBook Air, so I don't even have to I put my fingerprint on the little square there. It's just take off. Listen.
No.
That is the best thing for my life since I don't know what.
They make it too easy.
I
think Robin, did Mikey tell you, send you questions? Because I'll keep going.
Over here. So she asked me about my company. So Community Urgent Care Plus was started. We launched and opened the doors, I think, October of 2020. And I have a business partner, and then myself, and then I have a collaborating physician. In the state of Ohio, you have to have a collaborating physician when you're a nurse practitioner. However, I put all my eggs in the basket. So I put up everything I had to do it. And my partner put up, it wasn't everything he had because he has all kind of other businesses, but he believed in me and he put up what he did. And it's going. I see more underinsured. I see more people who don't have that great of insurance than anything. And my motto is that I don't turn anybody away. One thing that absolutely motivated and inspired me to become an entrepreneur is that my background is that I when I graduated nursing school, this is all I've ever done. So I worked in a hospital as a nurse aide while I was in nursing school. When I finished nursing school, I started out at Good Sam Hospital on the telemetry floor, which is the heart unit. If anybody that knows me knows that the heart is my thing. I can explain it and break it down to a kindergartner. And that's the one thing that my patients love. Because a lot of people that look like us have heart disease. Yeah. And so that's our biggest thing. And so from there, I was asked to be to put in an application to be part of a intensive care unit. They had this it was this really aggressive program that they had. And I think there were about 130 applicants, but they only accepted 13 of us. And I was one of the people that they accepted.
Oh, wow.
And so I got in and I worked in the ICU I worked in the ICU for 3.5 years, and then I started traveling. At one point in time, I was licensed in 7 different states.
Oh.
And so travel nursing, I loved it. My mom, actually, the last 10 years of my grandmother's life had, she started working part-time and taking care of my grandmother. And then when she had to come off the floor to take care of my grandmother full-time, that's what pushed me out there to start traveling, believe it or not. I traveled and I made enough money to send my mom home probably $1,000 a week to pay her bills. Wow. And still pay mine and get whatever I wanted.
Wow.
Look at that.
So I did that, and I don't make that kind of money now, but but it was that was pre-baby, pre-husband, pre-everything. So
but I get it now. Like it makes sense. Like it never stopped, but like you don't see to like you always stay fly. Like it makes sense. It makes sense. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say something. I'm like waiting, like what are you
it makes sense though, like legit, like you got it.
Hey, as I sit here in my black hoodie and rainbow,
I mean, you don't think it's okay, but when you got it, you got it. Like you
Wow.
can put on the hoodie and still. Because I saw you in the sweatsuit with the yeah, I've been watching. So anyway, no, it was something you said about the nursing thing. So with the grandmother, the mother, then you, like, literally, do you remember at what point though that it transitioned to, like, say, this is what I'm gonna do? Like, because you said no, I'm not gonna do it as a kid, like as younger. But at what point?
Maybe my second year in college.
Oh, okay.
I started, your freshman year, you go in, you're like, yeah, I want to do this and that and that. Believe it or not, my initial goal that I wanted to do was something artsy. And then I realized I can't draw. That's not my thing. So then my second thing was going to med school. Believe it or not, I applied for med school. I went to the interview. Then I got accepted and I was like, that's going to take too long. I'm not doing that. So needless to say, I took a long road, went to nursing school, got out of nursing school, worked as a nurse, and then went back to get my nurse practitioner's license. And when I did that, I started working as a nurse practitioner, and I still work. I started out at the urgent care. I then started working, which I still work with them. Another thing I don't know about me is I have 3 part-time jobs outside of the urgent care.
Oh, wow.
And so I my first part-time job used to be my full-time job, and I work for a physicians group, and I used to be in charge of 6 different nursing homes and all of our patients in that nursing home. And now I'm down to 3. So on Mondays and Fridays, I round in the morning before I go to the urgent care, which is why it doesn't open until then. Because I get up early in the morning, I go round in my nursing home, I write orders on my patients. I see my elderly people because they are my heart. Do you hear me? I love me some old people. Oh. And then I go to the urgent care. I'm there from open to close. Then I'm getting my baby, and we either off to gymnastics or somewhere. My other part-time job is I teach nursing students. And then I work for another physicians group, and I moonlight with them, believe it or not.
Jaimee, how do you even have time to talk to us right now? I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'll be wondering, like, that's probably why I don't have no boyfriend or no husband or any of that. Because I just, I don't make myself available. That is ridiculous.
Oh my goodness.
I'm getting better, but I'm only this way because of the whole entrepreneur thing. Like my mindset is for I never planned to really get, because it doesn't pay me. It's just paying for itself, which is a blessing. Because usually the projections don't predict that you won't get any money back from something like what I'm doing for a year. So it's paying for itself. It's just not quote unquote paying me. And I'm fine with that. So I'm paying the staff. I'm paying, you know what I mean? I'm okay with that. That's what the 3 part-time jobs are for. But what pushed me to become an entrepreneur was being able to see how our people were done. When you work for somebody, you work according to their rules. And both of you, I don't know if you, Robin, if you're from here, you know how that can be. You know how when you work abiding and working under somebody else's rules, even though you have autonomy, because regardless, I am responsible for my own self and my own license. But when you work under somebody else's name and they want you doing something, that you have to do that. And the one thing that I realized with working in a hospital system or working for someone is that they never took out the time to care for the patient holistically. And when I say holistically, I am like, I've had people come in because they didn't feel good. And by the time we ended, I'm hugging, they crying, I'm praying for them. I'm like, okay. And it's gratifying like nothing else. I have patients that are coming from methadone clinics to see me sometimes. And I don't do methadone, but they go to the methadone clinic. I'm not far from there. They'll come back and they'll say, is Miss Jaimee here? Dr. Jaimee there? I have a couple that I love them to pieces, and they brought me a card, and the card just said, "Happy Valentine's Day. Thanks for not judging us." Oh. And I was just like, okay, that's it for me. And I get questions all the time about why didn't you take it out to Westchester, or why didn't you take it out somewhere snooty and snippety? I understand that, but that is not where my heart is, and that's not where I'm needed. I'm needed for my people. I'm needed inner city. I'm needed by the people who look like me. Now, it may not make me rich, but I'm passionate about it, and I'm a firm believer that if you do what you're passionate about, the money will come. Yeah, my baby and I have not went hungry or homeless, so I'm not gonna worry about it.
I love it. I love it.
beautiful.
Robin, you got something on me because I
let me just say that I am literally like emotional. I will admit. Okay, so this month, she's bringing in comments, and I'll go ahead and say my little piece. So this month, me and Kerry sat down and we created this month based off of we wanted to invite different entrepreneurs from different backgrounds, whether we've had a comedian on a boutique, a whole nurse practitioner who owns a urgent care. And when Kerry, I had 3 people in mind. I said, Kerry, I can't think of the 4th one. Like, I literally just can't think of the fourth one. And he was like, and your name came up twice though. Kerry said it, and then my girlfriend Lajanae, I don't know if you know her, Lajanae Kinney.
Yes,
she said it. And I was like, okay, I'll tell Kerry, like maybe he knows her and he'll reach out to her. And Kerry was like, yes, I know her. I said her name already. And I was like, well, Kerry, you're gonna have to drive because I'm so sorry. I just don't know Jaimee that much. And
I love me some Kerry. Y'all know that's so funny because people are like, I really don't know her, so I want to ask. And I'm like, no,
literally, your spirit, your energy.
The thing, though, like, because,
I love it.
And that's what I want to go back on, because it's that whole, like, it's like you an untouchable person. Like, so I grew up with this.
And I don't want people to think that.
No, so like,
people say, when they talk to me, they'll say, oh my God, I thought you were stuck. And I'm like, well, what gave you that impression?
So
anybody, I speak to everybody. If you start me talking, you have to kind of shut me up. Like, I am, you know what I mean? I don't
know. Your interview at this point. I love it.
Like you so put together though.
And I hear people say all the time, I would have never guessed you as a nurse. And I'm like, why? You don't look like a nurse. What does a nurse look like? Like, what? Patients come into the urgent care and I'm dressed in the hoodies and the jogging pants, and I'll check them in, and then when my MA rooms them, I'll come walking in behind, and they're like, you don't look like.
That is the first thing I know.
Like a nurse practitioner. You don't look like a doctor. You don't. I'm like, what does one look like? I don't know, but you don't look like one. No, you have to tell. If you know for a fact that I don't look like one, you have to tell me what they look like.
What one look like. Exactly. I think it's just the flyness though. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I wouldn't think like I mean, and then too, because like I knew the singing Jaimee too, so it was like something like you would have been an artist, something like, because like you can sell somebody's ad catalog, like some photo. Like, I don't know if we can put her flyer up, that flyer that we got of hers. Yeah. Look at her in that picture. There, look at that picture. That is somebody's model. Like, that is somebody's model. Like, she is like an image of something, like of someone.
I did kind of like, you know, how people like Facebook stalk. So I was like, okay, I absolutely need to take time to learn this person who we're going to have on our show today. So the sweatsuits that you model though, so are you a brand ambassador for someone, or is that your brand?
I am becoming that, believe it or not. I've had 3 different designers drop off clothes. Like, my MA would be there and they would drop them off before I got there, and I'd be like, who's this from? I don't know. They dropped it off and asked, did you put it on? And that's where y'all get the pictures from. It's literally, because I don't get me wrong, I am the brown girl that roots for other brown people. That is me. I can do it. I will do it. If you want me to, I'll put the t-shirt on. I'll put my white coat on. I'll do it if I can. I am terrible. Who is
that is funny.
You are so
I love you for that. I don't know whether to be biased or I'm like, usually when people ask me to speak on panels or to sing at churches or to come and speak somewhere, I'm like, now you need to know my background, because that smile, there's a lot behind it. I am a very transparent person. I will let you know, and I will let whoever you got me speaking in front of know that I am human. I'm still human. I still make mistakes. I'm not perfect, but I live my life and I don't regret any mistakes I made. Maybe at the time I made them, they hurt. But when I make a decision, I make it and I stand up to it, whether it was stupid, whether it was good, whether it was bad, no matter what it is.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So we do have questions. I know Kerry keeps pointing them out, but at this point, Jaimee has ran them down. I do one more. I do have one more. So we've heard all month, and I just want to keep reminding our viewers, because if you haven't checked out, be sure to check out our prior videos as well after you viewed this. But we've heard all month how different people have gotten started. How do one wake up and say, I'm going to open an urgent? That is so huge. That's so massive. Like, difficult like to me that sounds so like massive.
I'm not gonna say it's difficult. I don't believe in using the word. It was challenging.
Okay.
When I conjured up the idea in my head, I said, okay, Lord, this is what I wanted to do. We all know the Bible says faith without works is dead. Yeah. And I started doing my research. As I did my research, I then started trying to seek out business mentors. Believe it or not, I've been turned down by I don't know how many business mentors that are in the same line of work that I am in the medical field. Then I went to trying to find a business mentor who was completely out of my scope. So somebody who owns just different businesses versus anything medical. And they kind of were like, I had one person say, oh, okay, just let me know what you need. And I'll, you know what I mean? And I will shoot her questions. It was a challenge. It was a challenge. However, I am a firm believer. So I mentor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 young ladies that are early 20s. They're between 20 and 23. Yeah. So I meet with them literally weekly. And every January we get together and we do a vision board party. Okay. And, you know, normally in your vision board party, what you do is you put what your vision is. Mm-hmm. However, I do mine a little different. My vision board party is you only get to put things up that you're going to accomplish that year. I'm a type A personality person. And so there's something gratifying about having a list and being able to scratch something off. Mm-hmm. Doing it, scratching it off, doing it, scratching it off. And the more you scratch off, the more momentum you gain. Mm-hmm. The more momentum you gain, the more you pushing yourself. You get what I'm saying? And so we get together, we do the vision board party. And as they do things through the year, they mark it off. Don't put a big car, an expensive car or a big house on your vision board and you don't know how to acquire that. What's the first step in buying a house? Do you know that you need that it takes credit? Right. Do you know that they need a work history? Do you know, have you saved any money for this? Yeah. You get what I'm saying? And so that is the goal. That is what I break down to them. So every week they come to me and they tell me one step that they've made toward their goals. Like one wants to learn to do lashes, one wants to be a makeup artist, one wants to be a model, one wants to open up her own therapy. Okay, so what are we doing? Yeah, because they're always like, oh, we want to be like you. No. My goal is for you to be better than me. It took me getting my age to get here. My goal is that you get it 10 years before I did, 10 years younger than I did. So then your goal is to be that the next girl, if you get it by the time you're 30, you make sure the girl behind you gets it by the time she's 25. And then the girl behind her gets it by the time she's 20. That's how you build generational wealth. That's how you empower one another. That's how you close that economic gap between them and us. It starts somewhere. Don't get me wrong. I have my moments where I'll be asking my mom, why couldn't you just marry somebody rich? When I said I wanted an urgent care, I said, Daddy, can you please give me a been done. Yeah. No, instead, I have to be the one to create the silver spoon. And a lot of times you have to realize that when you're leaving a legacy, you're not the one that's probably going to benefit from it because you're inventing the wheel.
I love
it. It has to get turning. The people that jump on it while it's turning are the ones that benefit.
So he was definitely right. That's definitely Pastor's wife vibe. Like,
yeah, I know. Like,
you were so encouraging. Like everybody saying, like, yes, say that. They put the clapping hands. Like,
absolutely.
Like, yeah, they said it because it's true. Like, so what outside of this though? Because I really want to get to your relationship stuff, but I'm not gonna. Robin said I'm messy, so I don't want to get.
No, you can ask whatever you want. Because I know, Kerry. No, let me tell you this. I want you to ask whatever it is you want to ask. Let me tell you why. Because 9 times out of 10, whatever question you're asking, because you know me like this, there are hundreds of people burning to ask it.
No, I like. Okay, so no, like. Well, one main thing is like how are you, like, now that I know that you're single, like how are you single? Like it can't be by, I mean, is it by choice? Because like,
let me tell you this, it's by choice. When I say by choice, I mean, I personally, I'm gonna be honest and I'm gonna be transparent, I haven't put myself out there.
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell y'all how old I'm gonna be, but
it was almost this.
I was excited.
I have a 5-year-old daughter. And just to give you a reference, all of my girlfriends that I graduated high school and college with have children that are either seniors this year or going to college.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So when I say I haven't put myself out there, I don't know too many people who have kids that are either teenagers or like self-sufficient that really want to be bothered with somebody with a kid that little. But that's my own insecurity. I'm not saying that a man has told me that. I'm not. That's just how I feel. Like at this point, my friends' kids are too old to even babysit her because they got stuff to do. You know what I mean? So at this point, and a lot of people, one thing I do know, I will say, just being all the way transparent, is before I had her, I was this person. I was like, I don't date guys with kids under 5 because there's always this gray area between they baby mamas and blah 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 blah. And I still feel like that, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I do. Even though I got a 5-year-old. And I feel like that because sometimes it's like more than not that is the case. Now with me, when I say I'm transparent, I'm completely transparent. There will never be a time that I'm in front of a guy and my ex-husband calls and I won't answer the phone in front of that person because he knows. He tried it and I was like, I will tell your girlfriend the very next time you even say anything like that to me. We're done and that's it. So
I love it.
And then I bought my baby her own iPad, so you don't even really have. We have nothing.
To call me, yeah.
So I think somebody's shooting their shot. He said, "Well, however old you're
25.
I'm gonna get 25."
But,
I love it. I love it.
Montel, that makes me feel amazing. But baby, when I tell you are more than 10 years old.
She said more than. So okay, we got it. What do you feel like has been your biggest accomplishment with all that you've done?
Huh. Outside of opening the urgent care being my biggest accomplishment, learning to be a mommy. Those who know me from back in the day, I am one of 3 girls that my mom birthed before that she raised. We have no brothers.
Okay.
My mom never married my dad and never dated after she got pregnant with my baby sister. So I never got the chance to see a healthy relationship. So when I say being a mommy, because my mom was so sacrificial in her motherhood, I got this false pretense of what being a mommy was. Okay. And when I say sacrifice, I remember my mom having these pair of Nikes that had a hole in them because all of my sisters and I wanted the Jordans and we all had the Jordans. But her shoes looked a mess. But when we stepped out, oh baby, you can tell we was on welfare. You couldn't tell any of that. And so in my head, I was like, that's a lot. I don't think I want no kids. I like doing what I want to do when I want to do it. I like spending my money on me. And I'm gonna be all the way honest. I was on the shot when I got pregnant with her. Like we initially didn't know how far along I was. The due date was all over the place because I had to wait till I was big enough to measure my belly. Because I was on birth control. I was that person. When I said I didn't want the kids, I meant it. I wasn't that person that was like, oh, I don't want the kids, but if it happens, it happens. No, I was doing my part to make sure it happens. I told my ex-husband, look, if you want babies, don't even date me because you're not going to change my mind. And I want to give you this false hope that I'm going to give you a bunch of babies because I'm not. I got stuff to do. And if you got kids, that's amazing. Because 9 times out of 10, we can raise them. I can get them what they need, and we can go on about our business. But me walking around with the belly, delivering a baby, pumpkins, that just wasn't my style. Then I started saying, okay, Lord, I'm trying to get a deeper relationship. I need you to help me with your fruit of the spirit. And if nothing else, please help me with my patience and my long suffering. And baby, when I tell you God got jokes, he gave me this private Mackenzie Colvin. And baby, everybody be like, you think we was the same. I just be looking at her like, everybody always says, you dealing with a mini you. Yeah, I'm not dealing with a mini me when I was 5. I'm dealing with a mini me now. Like, really, she's smart and smart aleck. And so I was just like, I'm like, Lord help me, I'm trying. And I tell her all the time, I'm drop off at the fire station. Like, you don't go to jail. I said, no, I ain't, because the fire station got a rule that if you drop your kids off, you don't have to answer no questions.
You don't go to jail?
No, that is
so. But yeah, he gave me her, and that has been I am not kidding. That has been my greatest accomplishment. I try my hardest to be a great mom. I try my hardest to balance it out. Bible also says charity starts at home and spreads abroad. If I can't take care of home and what he's given me, he can't bless anything else that I'm doing.
I love it.
I do. Everybody that knows me knows that she's always with me. When I go places to speak, believe it or not, they now designate a little chair and somebody to sit with her while I'm up talking or singing or speaking or whatever it is, because they know I have her all the time.
So. No, I'm gonna get off of that. So for your business, because I mean, so like, where are you located? Like, how?
The address is 5082 Glen Crossing Way. It's over in Western Hills. If anybody's familiar with where that Aldi's, the Party City, Chipotle, Panera Bread. Mm-hmm. I'm on the backside of that plaza. So the girl who's next door to me is pretty and polished. She sells hair. Mm. But I'm on the side where Bargain and Buyouts is.
Yeah, I know.
GameStop. I'm literally right in between those two.
Oh.
I am a West Side.
I say hi. Stop by to come and get treated.
Exactly.
I did not know that was over there. Look, I'm gonna literally text my parents because I am a West Sider. I grew up on the West Side. My parents on the West Side. I did not. I'm telling you, I did not know. And I am such a urgent care person. I am really that person that's like, oh my God, my finger hurt. It's been hurting for 3 days. And should I go see someone?
I appreciate that. I come see me. I tell people all the time, come see me. I do everything. Stitches. Only thing I don't do is radiology. So I don't have an x-ray machine, but God willing, I'm gonna get one. Those things are like 15 grand. And I was like, yeah.
We don't speak that.
I would love to get one. I can read them. I just don't have an actual machine in there, but stitches, all the other stuff I do.
So those her hours are just showing up too. So hours of business, Monday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Tuesday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Y'all check her out. If someone wants to support an urgent care, though, is there like sponsorships? Is there like ways that people can give?
People can give. Oh gosh, somebody has told me to start a Cash App for the urgent care. And believe it or not, donations are absolutely appreciated. I've had people come by and drop off equipment. I've had people. My MA, she is amazing. Her name is Nikki. She is absolutely amazing. She knew how to get even samples of drugs in. So I find myself a lot of times when patients are coming in, because realize these are people, some of these people are uninsured.
Yeah.
When they come and I diagnose them with whatever it is, some of them don't have the money to get the medications.
Yeah.
So I finagle some things. I'm like, well, here's a $4 list at Target. Here's the $4 list at Kroger. Let me find the medication that'll be closest to what I want to give you. Mm-hmm. I have samples during the allergy season. Like right now, we got samples of Zyrtec and Claritin sitting out everywhere. I have condoms out. Shout out to my best friend. His name is Anthony Miller. He is one of the only owners of a one of the only African-American owners of a condom company.
Oh, wow.
It's called What Condoms. Ain't that crazy?
Wow.
So y'all need some contraception, come see me. I have it all. That's what a clinic is for. A clinic is for community. And there are different things that go on in the community. And I want us to be aware. I'm here to empower us to make decisions about our own health and our own life. And we don't.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Y'all definitely check her out. Look her up on Facebook. Look her up on Instagram.
All of it.
Follow. I'm not going to tell y'all to follow her personally because that's only for me. But anyway, y'all, I thank you, Robin. I know from me and Robin, we thank you for spending some time with us.
Thank you for thinking of me. Y'all know I always count it an honor and a privilege when anybody want to hear anything I have to say. I'm serious. I'm humbled by things like this. It's a humbling experience for me. It's gratifying for me. It's a blessing for me to be able to speak, that anybody even cares about what I have to say. And so I don't take it lightly. I appreciate you too. I appreciate what y'all doing. I'm telling y'all, I'm a whole fan. Intro like just lift up off the ground. Like
no.
So,
it's on you. It's you. But if you can do us a favor, wait backstage for us until we get off.
Of course.
I want to come back and chat up with you for a second. But
thank
you.
Thank you. Y'all, we are on fire. Fire. What?
Well, I tell you.
Amazing.
Like, I'm going to stay down here in Florida, though. I'm not going to stalk her up close. But when I tell y'all, that lady is fire. And like, we didn't even hit on like her ministry, like the church situation. Like, she a powerhouse too. That lady can sing, like sing. She ain't just no background singer. She can lead. Like, she is that person. Like, the full package. Like, I don't even know. Like, I should have just like completely went hetero.
You gonna shoot your shot when we get?
No, because I'm not completely hetero, and I gotta be. You gotta be completely hetero for.
God.
You gotta be completely hetero. But she is amazing, and like I mean, you gotta give people their accolades. Like Robin, you know, me and Robin was meant to supposed to be together too. You know, she a phenomenal woman.
Actually, you guys, my mom texted Kerry and told him to stop.
She told me don't say that.
My mom said, Kerry, stop saying that because you.
She said, I did not tell you that.
Thank you.
But I ain't lying. We was in the church and she told me to marry her daughter.
No, we were not. We were not. Well, no.
We was in the church.
My mama said you are not telling the truth.
It's okay. Because guess what? We're going to be back here next week, y'all.
We're going to say the same thing. Y'all can catch us here next week. And guess what? We have Rico Grant. We are closing out this month with a bang. We are closing it out with a bang. We had Jaimee Fields-Colvin. Next week, we have Rico Grant. We are on a roll, y'all. You know you can catch us here every Thursday at 7:30. Please don't forget to follow us. You can follow us, our YouTube rather. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and that is Robin and Kerry Live. Also, you can follow us on Instagram, and that is Robin_Kerry_Live_365. And don't forget to like us right here on Facebook. Like our page here at Robin and Kerry Live. And as always, we absolutely love you. Please, if you want to become a sponsor, send us a Zelle request at bamman_04@yahoo.com or a Cash App request at our show live. We love you. We care about you. We appreciate you. We'll see you next week at 7:30. And like I said, we'll have Rico Grant in the building. So tune in, y'all. Bye.
See y'all.
Go.